My next part of the presentation is subscriptions. Subscriptions are the major source of income or finances to a non-profit making entity. So when we are going to prepare or to find out how much of our subscriptions income should be charged or should be recognized in the income and expenditure account, we draw what we call the subscriptions in advance and subscriptions in arrears accounts to help us determine how much has actually been received or has been earned today or for this year as subscriptions. People will pay more money. People will have subscribed without paying fully. So we need to do those adjustments to determine how much should be actually recognized in our income and expenditure for the year or for the given period. Remember, in accounting, we try to match our expenses and incomes to the times or to the periods in which they were earned. So if you received 10 million, we saw how to record the 10 and receipt. My interest is now the adjustments we need to make to get what should be put in our income and expenditure for the year. We draw a subscriptions account. On the debit side of the subscriptions account, we shall put the following. On the debit side of the subscriptions account, we shall put the following. 1, the balance brought down, or the opening balance of subscriptions in arrears account. I said subscriptions in arrears are assets, so their opening balance is on the debit side. Subscriptions in arrears, these are members who are expected to pay, so they are our assets. They are like our debtors in any case. So we put this money on the debit, this balance on the debit side of subscriptions account, and we say subscriptions in arrears brought down, we record say 5 million. The closing balance of this account, subscriptions in arrears, goes to the credit side. You know, in accounting, anything that has an opening debit balance should have had a closing credit balance. The subscriptions account will have the following items on the debit side. 1, the opening balance of subscriptions in arrears. 2, on the debit side, we shall also put the closing balance of subscriptions in advance. Then on the credit side, we shall put the opening balance of subscriptions in advance. We put the closing balance of subscriptions in arrears. Then we also put the money we receive, because we said we shall credit subscription. So the money we receive during the year will be on the credit side of this subscriptions account. The balancing figure, most likely inside, because we need to transfer it to the credit side of our incomes. This is income. So it will definitely be the balancing item in that account that we shall go and put in incomes. After we balanced off the subscriptions account, how do we call that balancing figure? The balancing figure is the one we can put there, income and expenditure account, meaning we are going to transfer this item expenditure account as the income and for this year. So you can just put it I and E, income and expenditure account.